So,
Yeah.
new question.
Tell me.
Tell me,
Yeah.
because I see many of them, also me,
Yeah.
how the ego and the monkey brain react together, and they have like perfect combo. Two people, when they connect the fingers, become one person with the ego and monkey,
Damn. Good question.
because they are going too wild, bro, to the human.
Yeah, yeah. So you're saying that what's the connection between the ego and the monkey brain?
The human monkey brain.
You mean like the monkey brain or like monkey mind?
Like
You mean like the animal?
the animal
The
brain.
Homo apus?
The Homo apus.
The Homo apus. Alright.
Homo apus,
Okay.
exactly.
So the Homo apus. What is Homo apus first? It's not a gay ape. It's no, it's like something like Homo sapien, right? It's human. It's the animal that is the human. You know, for example, you have an intellect, but you have like deeper animalistic instincts. So
Also reaction. How to react to the fear.
yeah. So that's true. For example, I can make it easy. The intellect responds. The Homo apus or the animal reacts. It's very instinctual. It's like it's not even thinking. It's very, very pressure driven in a certain direction.
First priority action.
Yeah, first priority action. And the intellect is first priority thinking or caution or yeah, I guess thinking, let's put it like that. And for example, let's say it like this: you're addicted to smoking weed, you're addicted to watching porn, you're addicted to eating bullshit food, you're addicted to alcohol, you're addicted to cocaine, you know? Can be many different things. You can be addicted to social media, gambling. You can be addicted to many things.
Video games.
Yeah, and in your mind, you know, like your rational part of your brain, which is the intellect, it's the by the way, the ego is not the rational part. I guess maybe it is, I'm not sure. But you know, for example, oh, I shouldn't do the thing that I'm about to do. But you cannot hold yourself back because there's just too much pressure. The animal is wild. It's a wild animal. It's not trained. It's completely wild, rabid. It doesn't follow your instructions. You know, like dog owners, you have two types of dog owners. You have the dog owns the human, and you have the human owns the dog. Something like a really, really good trained dog listens to its human companion, let's say. But a really badly trained dog, which is more wild, right? It doesn't listen. It's not trained to listen. So if you're addicted to something, it's because ultimately you're not developed towards that animal, towards like the body, the senses like sight, sound, smell, taste, touches, right? Or even thoughts. Like you see the cake, like let's say you're addicted to food. You see the cake and you can just for whatever reason, you cannot hold yourself back from eating it. You must eat it. You feel like you have no other choice. And that's addiction. And that's when the animal overpowers the animal mind, the monkey mind, the Homo apus.
However, if you understand that animal is react, can help you better
Yeah.
to control yourself.
Yeah, because the first step is awareness of this phenomenon, right? You're like, oh, it goes in that direction. It shouldn't go there because when it goes there, I am the one that gets hurt. It's something like if your dog attacks someone else, you will go to jail, for example. You are the one fucked, not the dog. The dog is like or maybe the dog dies because of the law, but leave that one moment. It's like you're the one in trouble if the animal does what it wants. If it's not trained, you're the one that's fucked. The animal also can be fucked, but it doesn't realize it because it's a wild animal, right? You have reasoning. You can see past the immediate instinct of pleasure or whatever. So when the animal is controlled, people cannot control pleasure or their lust or their greed. They're wanting more and more, wanting the cake, wanting the dopamine, wanting the whatever. It's like, it's such an force of nature, which is the animal that the human body is. We are animals at some level, but we're also human. We're not the same as all other animals. We are a bit different. We have some reasoning, we can think ahead what's gonna happen, or we can understand the situation more.
Being more friendly.
Yeah, like for example, if someone is provoking you, cursing you, you get, the animal is like, you get emotions, right? Feelings of anger or fear or whatever. And the animal doesn't want this, so it goes fight or flight mode. And it controls your whole shit, basically, man. It rocks your boat, man. You have to learn to tame the animal correctly, and how you do exactly that.
The first step is to understand
this, what we're talking about.
the moment also with the animal react.
Yeah, exactly. The moment you feel anger, feel the anger. Don't look away toward what's making you angry. No, anger is present. It's not because of something or someone, although you might think that, but that's your wrong view, that's your wrong perspective. Because someone can say the exact same thing when you're in a good mood, and be like, nah, don't worry, nah, I'm not gonna worry about him. Like, life is too short to worry about that or to become mad. But another moment, you're like triggered and you want to fight that guy because you think it's the outside that made you feel an uncomfortable feeling, which is anger is always an uncomfortable feeling. That's why we act on anger, because we think acting out of anger will somehow diminish the feeling. But it's only managing because the feeling is already felt in the first place before you can even act. It's there. So the ego is dangerous because it doesn't see the Homo apus. It thinks it is the Homo apus. The ego and the monkey brain
become Homo apus.
They become one. It's like fusion, like in the Dragon Ball. like they and that's because your reason or your intellect, you don't see the line between, all right, this is animalistic instinct trying to act or make me act, because you're the one, ultimately you are the one choosing whether to act or not. You're a little bit like the boss, but you're scared of your own dog. That's why you say, okay, eat the cake, because you don't want to feel uncomfortable. But for example, someone like David Goggins, he has so much mastery over his mind. Like, even when the body is in such discomfort, his mind is the one that says, okay, we're not giving up, we're gonna finish the race. It's ultimately, you have choice whether you do it or not do it, but that doesn't mean you have the power or you have the attitude. You need to build the power and the attitude to actually use that choice correctly, right? Like a fat person can only become skinny because it's choosing, if it's voluntary, of course. Like if you're kidnapping someone and literally you're not feeding them anything, maybe they will become skinny, but it's against, they're not training the animal. The animal is just starving. But yeah, it's a very complicated topic. I'm gonna talk about it more in future videos. But it's basically, you have to learn to train the animal mind correctly so it will listen to you. So you will be in control, not your instinct, your addictions, your anger. Basically, don't let your emotions and the pressure you feel, the uncomfortable feeling you feel be determining your life or the way you live life. And you do that by training it correctly, which I will talk about in a different video, more in detail.
Good.